Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cara, animal communicator and teacher, animal communication teacher. And I'm wondering, are you struggling with knowing how to ask questions during an animal communication session? Well, it's a very common situation. And by the end of this video, I'm going to help you be able to choose the best way for you to ask questions with animals, which in turn will help you become more successful as an animal communicator at whatever level that means for you. Welcome, I'm Dr. Cara Gubbins. I'm a professional animal communicator and the founder of the Animal Communicator Academy. And my mission is to help all animal lovers become confident animal communicators so they can help their pets, become a professional animal communicator, or maybe add animal communication to their current profession. My vision is to have animal communicators in every home, in every veterinarian's office, every animal rescue center, every shelter, every animal sanctuary, everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And if you support this mission, then please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so we can reach even more animal lovers and help create more animal communicators. So let's dive into this topic, though. On my video, the top 5 things that I wish I'd learned sooner, Lesia Munn in the comments left, I'm all over the place, right? Like, she left a comment and asked me how to ask an animal a question when using intuitive animal communication. And then she went on and she said, out loud, should I see a sentence in my mind? Should I send a movie clip? So she's got an idea about how to do this, but she doesn't know the best way. So here's, kind of the big picture response to that is asking a question during animal communication is all about you focusing your energy. So it's really important that you identify the best way that helps you focus on whatever the question is, whatever that topic is. So for some people, asking out loud can be really distracting. You start to have, too much noise, your senses are too activated. Seeing a sentence in your mind can be really effective if you're a very visual person, if you're a very word-oriented kind of a person, or sending a movie can also be very helpful if you're visual. But not everybody is visual. Not everybody can do all these things and approach it the same way. There's not one way to do this right. In fact, I've identified 5 different types of animal communicators: the seer, the feeler, the sensor, the listener, and the knower. So the seer is a very visual person. They will visualize words, they'll visualize places, ask them to picture a basketball, and they have it in their mind's eye. Not everybody has that ability. Some people are more emotional. Those are the feelers. They're the empaths. They feel things in their own emotions, their own inner intuitive emotions, and that gets mixed up with what's intuitive emotions and what's personal emotions, right? So that's a really challenging place to be. But those people might want to feel the question or feel what that topic is. The sensors are very tactile. These are very kinesthetic people. They are probably very movement oriented. They feel things in their bodies. They might get, tight gut when they walk into a room where somebody's had an argument or something like that. They'll just feel it in their bodies. They're sensors. So they're probably not going to want to send a movie. They're maybe going to want to focus on what does it feel like in your body about that topic. Do you like running? What does that feel like in your body? What's your favorite food? What does that feel like in your body? Listeners are probably going to want to focus more on the words and the sounds. So they might actually sound out the words inside their head as if they're talking in their head. And then knowers, you guys, you just know stuff and excuse me, I got a little itch on my nose. You get the the certainty that comes with the knowing. You just know stuff. You either know the answer, you know the words, you know the information, you know the feeling, whatever it is, it just comes to you and you just know it, but you can't connect it back necessarily to a specific sensory pathway through your intuition. So knowers are a little bit more challenging, and I'm going to talk about that more in a minute. So what I recommend is, if you're kind of struggling with how do I form these questions, first, identify your type of animal communicator and focus on your type. Remember, this is about you focusing. The animals are good. They can probably focus all day long. But for us humans, our brains get in the way and we need some ways to focus. So find out which type of animal communicator you are. Start with that. So focus on just that one sense. So each of the 5 types corresponds to a different sense. And in psychic intuitive language, they're the clairs. There's the clairvoyant, the clairsentient, the clairaudient, and the claircognizant. And then clairsentient, I break up into 2 separate, feeler and sensor, because I think people are a little bit different in that particular way. But focus on that sense. If you know that you're a feeler, focus on the feelings, the emotions around that topic in your questions, and then focus on that sense when you're receiving the information from the animal, when you're waiting for that message to come back to you after you ask your question. Gradually, you can add in the other senses, or they might pop in sometimes automatically, and that's totally common too. So the thing is that the challenge when we're learning animal communication is for us to quiet our minds and to focus. So if we can just choose one little narrow area to focus, it makes it so much easier. So find out what is your strength and start there. You can always expand later. Let's do an example of this. So if the question was, what's your favorite food? If you are a seer, you might send an image of eating. I remember when I asked my dog Aiko what her favorite food was, I pictured her in my mind and in the act of eating. And then I was kind of like, what's on the plate there? What's in the bowl? So I had an image of her eating in my mind when I asked that question, because I'm a seer. If you are a listener, you would probably want to speak the words in your mind. So silently in your mind, asking, what is your favorite food? And then really focusing your awareness on your inner hearing. If you are a feeler and the emotions are your language, then focusing on how it feels emotionally to have your favorite food. Is there happiness? Is there satisfaction? Is there excitement? Is there fulfillment? Is there joy? What are the emotions that you're asking about? If you are a sensor, you might actually focus on the sensations of eating. Is it crunchy? Is it smooth? Is it juicy? Is it spongy? Right? So you might really focus on what is the act of eating like for you, and then from there get information about what that favorite food would be for an animal. And then for the knower, I promised I'd talk to you about this. I think the knowing is the most challenging of all the types, because it's not linked to a specific sense. It's like a direct download through your crown chakra into you, and you just know it without having any pathway for that information to get there. So I say, if you know that you're a knower, then all you have to do is think that question in whatever way it comes to you. So if you think the words, or if you just, kind of rattle it off and you're just kind of, your mind's just going, that's enough. Don't worry about the how. Okay, so that's kind of the step one. However, if you want like the gold star and the bonus credit, you could use as many of these senses as is practical for you. So you could picture an image in your mind that has words associated with it, and a feeling and a sensation. So you could have this very multi-layered question, and it might take a little time to come up with it, but that's part of the practice. So that's another option as well. Now that you know about the 5 different animal communicator types, you can also use that to your advantage and cover all of your bases if you want to. So kind of the 2 extremes there. Start with just one in your strength, or throw it all in there. I don't know which one you're going to want to do. Let me know. I'm going to be curious. So if this is new to you, if you didn't know that there are 5 types of animal communicators, how does that feel? Is that helpful? Can you identify your type? Do you have a guess about what that might be? Put that in the comments. And once you identify that animal communicator type that you are, start there and build from there. Use your strength not only for receiving messages from animals, but also sending messages to animals, asking those questions. So I hope this was helpful. I don't want to get too far afield in my explanation here. I do have an animal communicator type quiz on my website, caragubbins.com/quiz. And when you take that quiz and discover your animal communicator type, there's actually a 19-page guidebook that goes with that. So you can check that out there. If this was helpful, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this out with other animal lovers in the world who are working on animal communication. And if there's an animal communication topic you'd like me to address, just put a note in the comments below. I will get to it. Not maybe as quickly as you would like, but I will get to it one of these days. And if you would like me to be your teacher for animal communication, come join me in the Animal Communicator Academy. You can get all the information about that on my website, caragubbins.com. Until we meet again, or until we meet in the comments, I really wish you good luck. Break down all the steps of animal communication. Today, we broke down how to ask a question, and just really simplify and break down each part of the process into these little teeny baby steps. And that just makes it so much easier. And I think you'll experience so much more success. So here's to your success. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Have a great day.